Hello, happy Saturday, my friends, and welcome back into another edition of Prime Sports World. And on today's episode of the Prime, we're going to be predicting the 2023-24 NBA season. That means standings in both conferences. That means all awards. And then we're going to predict who's going to be hosting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. We are aware that the NBA season is just shortly underway. 4 days so far in the NBA season. We've had some good action so far. So we're going to try to predict how everything is going to shake out when it's all said and done. My name is David Huffman. Right there, I'm your host. And my co-host right there, Mr. TJ Hopkins. Welcome into the show, my friend. Happy Saturday. How are you?
Tired.
I feel that, man. I did not sleep well at all last night. Yeah, not my favorite day ever. So I ate too much Culver's, and I was like too full to sleep. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like I never was able to sleep.
It doesn't, because there's no such thing as eating too much Culver's. Let's do this.
Let's run into the podcast. Let's start right first. Let's start in the Eastern Conference. And if you may or may not know, me and TJ are Bulls fans, so this is a conference near and dear to our hearts. So let's talk about the Eastern Conference, TJ. We're each going to give you who we think is going to be in each spot in each conference. Then we're going to give you our rationale for it, maybe a little bit of rebuttal if we have time. Let's talk about number one seed in the Eastern Conference when it's all said and done. Who will be number one?
I think Milwaukee and Boston are going to take turns flip-flopping for that 1 and 2 spot. So I'm going to just get that out the way. Milwaukee and Boston, they're going to be 1 and 2 in some way, shape, or form. But I'm going to go Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee gets the top seed.
Also, welcome to the show, CEO of Prime Sports World, Mr. Israel
What's going
Vera.
on, fellas?
I'm also going Milwaukee as the number one seed. I really liked what I saw of them on Thursday. The dynamic between Damian Lillard and Giannis should be dynamic all season long. I'm going Milwaukee with the number one seed in the Eastern Conference when it's all said and done. Izzy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Milwaukee as well, man. The dynamic between with just Damian Lillard alone. I mean, Giannis knows his position. I mean, he knows that, probably, when it comes down to it, Damian Lillard's the guy that's going to take over games. And I mean, Damian Lillard scored 39 in that last game, and he was just on fire. I mean, he took over that fourth quarter, and I mean, Giannis knows, man, that I mean, he's taking a step back. It's like, for 3-4 quarters, he does his role, right? But from the outside, when it's time to take over and you got to make big shots, you got to give it in Dame Dollar's hands. So.
To that, number two in the Eastern Conference. I'll go first this time. As TJ already said, yes, I think Boston and Milwaukee are the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. I will take Boston as the number 2 seed. I just think that their starting lineup, along with their 6-man, is as good as any team in the NBA, period.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Boston is definitely the number 2 seed.
And TJ, we're just going to move on to the number 3 seed because I think that's where things get interesting. TJ, who is your number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, and what's the rationale behind it?
The New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks, okay.
New York Knicks at number 3. Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. I think, especially with Coach Tibbs, this might. I've been saying it for like the last 3 years now. I legit think this might be it with Tibbs. I also sent a trade to the group that none of y'all responded to, so I'm highly disappointed.
Yeah,
Um,
I looked at it. It's too
I was
much.
halfway asleep.
Yeah, I didn't ever really have a chance. Like it just seems like too much stuff moving around for.
no, it doesn't. It's
I like the
RJ.
trade though, TJ. I ain't gonna lie.
It's RJ Barrett. It's Evan
I
Fournier.
think the Knicks say no.
Cat.
It's
Yeah,
RJ
well,
Barrett, Evan
the Knicks
Fournier,
say no to
and
Cat.
Yeah.
you tripping. The Knicks are
Yeah,
not
I don't know about
saying
that, son. I don't know about that.
I'm not
They
sure.
get rid of RJ Barrett. They'll get rid of RJ Barrett for Cat. Come on now.
mostly because like all right, so like the real rationale behind it is all right, Philly's a mess, right? Philly's a mess. Miami lost their entire starting backcourt, so like and every other team in the East is also a mess. Right? I don't expect Brooklyn to play consistently enough to be a top 3 seed. Yeah, it's basically there for the Knicks. Like it's there for the taking. So get that top 3 seed in the East and go from there.
I'm going to go Cavaliers as my number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. I
That's
think
fine.
Donovan Mitchell put on a show last night. I know they lost that game to Oklahoma City, but I think he had 47 points last night. If they can figure out who that third guy is going to be on offense, and if they can see who's going to be the, what's his name? Max Strus was pretty good for them so far. He's coming off the gate pretty hot at the small forward positions. If they can keep that consistent play, and if they can get anything out of Imani Bates coming as a rookie, give me Cavaliers as the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Man, Chet Holmgren was out there locking up Evan Mobley. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go with TJ on this one. I like the New York Knicks, man. I know they lost that first game, but the second one they look pretty good. Jalen Brunson looks like he's gonna take his game to the next level. Give me the New York Knicks as a 3 seed in this Eastern
From
Conference.
there to number 4, and that's where I have the New York Knickerbockers at number 4. Yeah, I just think the Knicks, given the Tom Thibodeau way, he usually gets his teams to overperform. This wouldn't technically be overperforming, but I just think he gets the most out of his teams. I think this is probably their ceiling. I got the Knicks at number 4.
Yeah, give me the Cavs at 4.
Moving on from there, we're going to go to number 5. TJ, who do you got? Izzy, let you go first this time. Who do you got number 5 in the Eastern Conference?
Honestly, man, surprisingly, at number 5, I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic. I think the Orlando Magic are gonna be the 5th seed. They're gonna. This is the year that they finally play up to that expectation. All those high draft picks cash in, like Phillies did, a long time ago with the process. But I like the Orlando Magic the way they've been playing. Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero. I like that dynamic. Cole Anthony's been playing good. I like the Orlando Magic, man. Give me the Orlando Magic at 5, man.
This is as far as I can let Philly slide in my own personal rankings. I think that it's a mess there, but I still think Joel Embiid is good enough by himself. And I like what I've seen out of Tyrese Maxey so far this season. I will take the Sixers at 5.
Let's keep an eye on
TJ.
Joel Embiid, though. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
Let's keep an eye on that whole situation going
Well,
on.
not because that's the only thing is because if it gets bad enough, Joel Embiid's gonna want out.
I don't think they'll trade him this offseason. This season.
Well,
TJ.
we've seen crazy things, but yeah, personally, I don't think the Philly slander, and that's in quotation marks because it's not really slander. Yeah, that's about as low as I can have them go. 4 or 5.
From there to number 6 in the Eastern Conference, this is where I have the Orlando Magic slated. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Izzy. I like what I've seen out of the Orlando Magic. Franz Wagner took another step forward. Paulo Banchero took another step forward. I got the Orlando Magic at 6. TJ.
Yeah, this is where I got Philly. This is where I got Philly. Go ahead, TJ.
Probably a little bit of fandom, but I actually got the Bulls in the 6th seed. I like Orlando. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Orlando is in that 5th or 6th slot. But I just think that's where I think this is where their youth comes back to bite them a little bit, and they kind of fold down the stretch. So that I legit expect basically seeds 4 through 8 to be like just constant flip flop.
The whole
I think
season.
I think you could say 4 through 12.
Well, 12 is you're out of it, right? So
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Okay, well, let's do 6 through 12. I wouldn't be surprised if those seeds were all within like a game or two.
yeah, it won't surprise me.
Right, yeah, because it's 10 C's, right? Getting in
Yeah.
10, yeah, 9 and 10 getting the play.
From number
Yeah.
6, the first team in the play-in tournament as the home team there at number 7. Izzy, who do you got number 7 in the Eastern Conference?
This is where I got the Chicago Bulls, but I think it's gonna be close. I agree. Like between 6 and 7. I mean, 5, 6, and 7 is gonna be so close that it's like a toss up in my opinion. But I got the Chicago Bulls at 7. I just refuse to believe that this team is worse than a 7 seed. And honestly, what I saw last night, I mean, they're a gritty team. I mean, they were down what, TJ, 14 points in the first quarter.
17,
It's the Raptors.
17. At one point,
Don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what? The Raptors, Scotty Barnes looks like he's getting past that.
There is,
year,
and they
that
have some
second year
talent on that
slide.
team. I mean, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby, but
at one
Yeah,
point,
I
it was
mean, come on,
at
don't
one
do
point
that.
they
Don't
was
do
now.
that. Look, they were
At one
down. They
point
were
they was
down
now
16 early in
17.
the first. They showed me something. They could have packed it in maybe early. DeMar DeRozan, don't get me started on DeMar. He got us
Hey,
to overtime, but
he
he could
got
have
us there.
won it. He could
Could
have
have
won
won
it
it.
though.
Could have won it.
He could have won it. But
I'm
give me the Bulls at the 7th seed. I think they're gritty enough. If they can, if those look, if somewhere around the rumor mill, I hear about these James Harden rumors. And if they can land a James Harden in Chicago, I don't know what the price is going to
I
be
mean,
for
I
it.
think
what are they giving up to
I
get?
don't know. I
that's
don't
the
know. It's
issue.
just a rumor. I don't know who they're going to give up for it. But if they somehow can keep Levine and they can somehow keep DeRozan and get James Harden, I think they might be
I would
better
be
than the 7th
legitimately shocked if Philadelphia's making a trade with us and one of those two guys is involved.
Well, no. Well, you gotta keep in mind, is David, that I think they're at a point with James Harden where it's like, hey, get him out of here. Like, we'll take whatever just so this situation can be over and
But
done.
they still need stuff that's going to be good on the basketball court. Number 7, I got the Atlanta Hawks. I think Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. I think the emergence of Michael Okongwu, hopefully in his extended role. I got the Atlanta Hawks at 7. TJ.
I don't have the Atlanta Hawks. I have the Orlando Magic at 7.
From number 7, the final team in the the upper tier of the play-in, at number 8, I got the Miami Heat at number 8. Yeah, I haven't loved their offseason. I think they've lost some key pieces on that team, but this is still Jimmy Butler. This is still Bam Adebayo. This is as low as I can put him as number 8.
They arguably had the worst offseason.
Yep. And we're talking about a Sixers team that ostracized their best player, or one of them.
Well, one of their best players. Like, they argue, like, not all, and they didn't ostracize anybody outside. Well, you can argue.
Well, he did it to himself, but whatever.
No, I was talking about Miami.
Oh.
Like, they didn't ostracize anyone. You could argue they ostracized Tyler Hero with all the trade rumors and stuff. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what Pat Riley say. Pat Riley, I know you the Godfather. I know you the Don. I get all that. But you talk about some, hey, we never had intentions on trading Tyler Hero. You're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. Because
you're also a liar. You're also a liar.
You're also a liar. You're a big liar. Like, bro, like, it's okay. We understand. You had a chance to get KD, Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell, and some other dudes, and Damian Lillard, and Tyler Hero's name came up in every trade scenario. It's okay. You don't have to lie to the people.
But who do you have at number 8?
Them.
Izzy.
I got the Heat at number 8 as well, man. I can't put them past 8.
From there, we got the bottom half of the play-in tournament at number 9. Izzy, who do you got at number 9 in the Eastern Conference?
Whoo, man. At number 9, I'm actually at number 9, I'm actually going to go with the Atlanta Hawks here, man. I know they started off 0-2. It's still early in the season, obviously, but they'll be a 9 seed. They'll be a playing team. I don't see them being anything higher than a playing team.
At number 9, I got the Indiana Pacers powered by Tyrese Halliburton there and Miles Turner. I look for them to take another step forward in their development. I got them at the number 9 seed, Indiana Pacers.
Benedict Matherin's been playing.
Yeah. TJ.
Yeah. I was gonna say either Indy or Brooklyn.
And then at 10, I got the Brooklyn Nets at 10. Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson. I also kind of like some of the other players on this team. You give me the Nets at number 10.
Yeah. I think again, like you said, 6 through 12. I'm gonna go 4 through 12. Basically, it's gonna be a shit show. Like because Toronto gonna be in it to the end. Brooklyn gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Indiana should be good enough. Atlanta should be good enough. And again, Orlando's gonna be there. So it's Toronto, Chicago, Indy, Orlando, Atlanta, Brooklyn.
There's going to be a couple teams that don't make the play-in the East that are good enough to make the play-in.
You could make the same thing. Make the same argument in the West too.
Yeah.
Izzy, who do you got at 10?
Oh man, it's just tough. It's between 3 teams for me: Indiana, Brooklyn, and Toronto. But if I'm gonna have to pick a team that I think that's gonna consistently play well all season, I'm gonna go with the Indiana Pacers to make that 10th seed. So that means Brooklyn and Toronto are out, which it's kind of sucks, but it's gonna be close though. I think it's gonna be real close. Probably come down to like the last week of the season, close.
And so then from here, who do you have as the first team to miss the play-in, and then who do you have as the worst team in the Eastern Conference? My first team to miss the play-in tournament entirely is the Chicago Bulls. I don't know what I'm going to see out of the Chicago Bulls on a night-to-night basis. I also wouldn't be shocked if they ended up as a 6th seed. There's kind of a cluster between those 6 teams. But I got the Bulls as the first team to miss the playoffs, at least the play-in, and the Wizards are the team that I think will be the worst team in the Eastern Conference when it's all said and done.
Toronto is my first team missing the play-in tournament, and somewhere between Washington and Detroit. Washington and Detroit would be my worst team in the East.
Izzy.
I think it's gonna be between Brooklyn and Toronto. So I'm actually gonna go Toronto. I think Toronto's a little bit better than Brooklyn in my opinion. So they'll be the first team to miss the play-in. And I do agree with you guys. I think the Hornets are a little bit better than the Wizards and the Pistons.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I think if Mark Williams takes another step forward,
I'm actually gonna go.
LaMelo can stay healthy.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with the Detroit Pistons. I mean, I don't see them. I don't see that roster making I don't see that roster taking a step out.
I like pieces on that team.
I like pieces, but I don't like the roster as a whole.
Like individual pieces on that team, I like a lot, but I don't love it as a collective group. I have the Pistons as the 14 seed. I have the Wizards as 15. I just don't think the Wizards are going to be good at all. Like I think Jordan Poole is one of the most overrated players in the NBA.
Oh man. Come on, David. Overrated? Really?
Yeah. Come on.
Seriously? Why? Because he doesn't play defense?
I mean, that's one of the reasons. But I just don't think he's.
I think he's going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, but it's not going to mean anything.
Not going to play anything.
It's going to be a lot of. What's it going to mean? Like, what's it going to mean?
He's going to put up a bunch of numbers on a terrible basketball team, and no one's going to care.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kyle Kuzma's there. He's a nice piece, but I think outside of those two guys. They don't have much further. And I do like Titus Jones, whichever Jones they have there.
It's Tyus Jones.
I do like him as a floor general.
Like we saw the clip of, I think it was like the Wizards and the Knicks in the preseason, and Jordan Love gets the ball.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Poole, my bad. I am very tired. Sorry. Jordan Poole gets the ball. He takes a shot. He gets his own rebound, and he dribbles right back out to the three-point line. Denny Avdia is wide open on the other side, and he throws his hands up like, "Yo, I'm open." And Jordan Poole just chucks up another contested three, and Denny Avdia just drops his head and drops his arms like, "Yep, that's what y'all in store for this season." The Jordan Poole show.
Moving on from the Eastern Conference, let's talk about the Western Conference because a very good basketball team is going to miss the play-in entirely in the Western Conference. Let's talk about who will be the top dog when it's all said and done in the Western Conference. Number 1 seed.
Top dog's gonna be the Denver Nuggets, man. I don't see anybody taking them off. So yeah,
I'm taking the Lakers. I think the Lakers will be the number 1 seed when it's all said and done. I think if this team can stay healthy, yeah, I think if this team can stay healthy, I like the pieces they have on their roster.
They were feeling all right today, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm going the Los Angeles Lakers. They were the number 1 seed a few years ago before everybody got hurt there. If they can stay healthy, they will be the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
I don't see that.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
That's why
they're very optimistic for the Lakers.
That's why they're my. That's we'll see what happens with the Lakers later. Number 2, I got the Denver Nuggets at number 2. Reigning champs. Their offense is just unguardable at times, so I got the Nuggets at number 2.
TJ, you had Denver Nuggets at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man, you know what? At number 2. I'm gonna go with the this is tough here. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Sacramento Kings at number 2.
Oof.
Yeah, Sacramento Kings at number 2.
All right.
Hey, you got the Lakers at 1.
I know. TJ.
Give me the Clippers at 2.
Oof. Number 3.
Man, I like the Clippers at 2 too. Actually,
I do too.
My 3 seed is the Clippers.
I like how we said our answers is, and he said oof to both. Like we like, bro, really?
Well, we couldn't say nothing about that Laker pick.
You really want to play it? Like,
did you not see what they did against the Suns, son?
I did.
Did you not see what it like? Did you not see what it took them to beat a Phoenix team?
An historic effort by LeBron James. I'm aware. Have you seen that block?
Oh yeah, that was insane.
That goal 38.
In year 20, was it year 21? Year 20?
How is he that high? Like, are you kidding me? Does LeBron age?
You mean that goal 10? You mean that goal 10?
Hey, TJ, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. Okay.
You mean the goal 10? No, the goal 10, because it definitely could last first. That was a goal 10. Like,
you want to talk about something that was definitely a foul last night? Did you guys see the Derek White block on Jimmy Butler last night?
No.
Man, that was a straight up foul, and they're showing the replay over and over again. I'm like, dude, the guy, he's just smacking his whole hand, like his whole arm. Like, how is that not a foul?
I watched San Antonio and Chicago last night, so
I don't have the Bulls, all right, and I still can't get this league pass thing to work. Anyways, my number 3 seed in the Western Conference, I got the Golden State Warriors, powered by Steph Curry and the dynasty there. Look for them to continue to be the Warriors.
Give me Phoenix at the 3 seed.
Yeah, at 3, I'm going with the Clippers. I think, man, Paul George dropped 36, Kawhi dropped 25, and TJ is right. In a losing effort, if Russell Westbrook, I know he only took 4 shots, he had 4 points. If he can score at least 50, I mean, he's gonna put them over the top, in my opinion, like into the top 3 in the West.
As long as they don't trade James Harden and really shake up the dynamic on that roster, I think they're.
Oh my gosh! If they do that,
I think their depth is one of the things that separates them in the Western Conference.
Yes.
To the number 4 seed, this is where I got the Phoenix Suns. I think they're still a home field advantage, the first round of the playoffs team. But I think that their big key contributing players are going to miss time radically throughout the season, and I think they'll be the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Izzy.
Yeah, give me the Phoenix Suns at 4 too. I do agree. I mean, they got some guys like Bradley Beal's probably going to miss some time, throughout the season.
I mean, he's already missing some time.
Right? And then Nurkic, he hasn't been, the cleanest bill of health his career.
None of those guys have been all the guys that they brought in have had missed time radically throughout their careers.
But even though I like Nurkic as a rebounder, one thing he is going to have, tough. He is going to have a tough time trying to guard the upper echelon guys in the West, right? At the 4 and 5, and I'm talking about like AD. I'm talking about Jokic. I'm talking about some of those other guys. So
Well, I mean, in those cases, I think the Phoenix Suns are just hoping they can outscore everybody.
yeah, on the wing.
So,
So, but I got
yeah.
them at the 4 seed though.
Me too, TJ.
4 seed, give me the Kings.
From the 4 seed, the first team to have to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs at the 5 seed there in the Western Conference. TJ, who do you got at 5?
I think we get a matchup between the Kings and the Warriors.
Yeah, I like the Golden State Warriors at 5 too.
I already had the Golden State Warriors in there at 3, so I'm actually going to go the New Orleans Pelicans at 5. I think this is the season where Zion Williamson stays healthy. I think this is the season where Brandon Ingram stays healthy, and they got on the floor at the same time. Let's not forget they were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference before Zion got hurt last year. I think he will stay healthy. They're the 5 seed for me.
Yeah, I would have you back out there.
You know,
the talent is there for sure.
Here at the 6th seed, I think this team has surpassed New Orleans. This team has surpassed Dallas. This team has surpassed the Lakers. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder at number 6 this season.
I'm going to go with the Clippers at 6, the final team to make the playoffs without having to be in the play-in. The Thunder is a nice story, but I still think that these other more established teams are going to be better than the Thunder this upcoming season. I got the Clippers at 6. TJ.
Yeah, give me New Orleans at 6.
And then from the 6, the first team to appear in the play-in tournament at the 7th seed. Izzy, who do you have as the first play-in team to have home court in that first round there at the 7th seed?
Man, this is gonna be between Dallas and LA. Man, give me Dallas. Give me Dallas.
You got the Lakers in the play-in?
Yeah, I got the Lakers in the play-in, man.
I also have the Dallas Mavericks at 7. I think that they're just, of those other teams, I think they're the best of that other group. We'll see what Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic look like as teammates. Give me the Dallas Mavericks. TJ.
Yeah, I just don't believe in the Lakers this year. I mean, you know what I saw out of them. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. They don't shoot it. They don't shoot it good enough. They don't. You know, defensively they turn it on sometimes, but it's still early in the season. But I don't see them being a top. There's too many good teams, man. I got Oklahoma City just off the basis, man. I think they're starting 5 with SGA, Giddey, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. I mean, just those 4 guys, man.
Lou Dort was their leading scorer last night, or second leading scorer. He put up like 25 points. He was excellent. And for a guy who's not known for his scoring ability, Lou Dort, he filled it up last night. That's for sure.
Right.
And that other night against the Bulls, Dagno, he used every dude on his bench, man.
Trust me, when I play somebody in 2K, I use OKC. And they get mad every time I play them.
TJ, who do you got? Who do you got at 7?
Beat them. I mean, I know I ain't said the Lakers yet. I mean, the league ain't gonna let the Lakers be bad. Like
TJ don't even TJ don't even want to have them make the playoffs because I already know they're not even good enough to make the playoffs.
Like we're banking on Anthony Davis playing 65 games to qualify for anything. LeBron is at the point where he got to play at least 50. They talk about.
I think LeBron needs to play closer to like 70 games if they're going to be any good. If they're going to be good at all, like he needs to play like 80 games this year.
Because they talked about having LeBron on a minutes restriction. They want him to play 28 to 30 minutes, and that shit was gone by the second game. That minutes threshold was literally out the window against Phoenix. He played the entire fourth quarter against Phoenix. So how you gonna put this threshold on him and not stick to it by the second game of the season. Like you
Well,
already,
we all know who's the GM and the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. It's LeBron. And if they need to win a game and LeBron needs to go over his minute restriction, he doesn't like. He's just like,
hey,
yeah, whatever. The hell with
Darvin Ham talking about, hey, I want Anthony Davis to shoot 6 threes a game. And okay, please. Everybody else in the league is like, yes, please have Anthony Davis away from the paint.
it. Who do you? So you got the Lakers at 7.
As much as it pains me, yes.
From there, the team that they will play in the first round to play in at the number 8 seed. This is where I have the Minnesota Timberwolves in their two towers system, whatever they got going on there with Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. I think Minnesota. I think that they a whole season with them two together. Assuming that neither of them gets hurt this year. Give me the Timberwolves at 8.
They'll realize that ain't gonna work, and they gonna miss the playoffs this year, in my opinion. At number 8, give me. At number 8,
I still gotta like all the way things are chicken out, like the way these tournaments take out. I still gotta miss in the playoffs, but like I think they're the 8 seed.
So the same reason as TJ said, I got the Lakers at 8. I just think that the NBA, there's gonna be some games where they're gonna be close, and they'll swing in the Lakers' favor.
They pull a rabbit out the hat.
Yeah. And so they'll be the 8 seed. They'll be the 8 seed. I can't disrespect LeBron like that too much. So
the Buffalo Wild Wings button gets pushed so the game can keep going.
That is a dramatic. Hey, TJ, that's so dramatic. Like David's got them at 1. And we got the that is such a dramatic drop off amongst the panelists on this show.
David's faith is a lot stronger than ours because he's like, if they stay healthy and like that's like literally the biggest.
I'm banking on LeBron being almighty. All right, like Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, no,
I don't think he'll play 70 games this year, but
he will. He'll play 80.
And then he won't even average. I don't even think he'll average 35 a game either.
I think he's gonna average a damn near triple double this season.
No, I'm talking about 30 minutes. I'm talking about minutes. 35 minutes a game.
I thought you meant 30 points.
I was 28, 30 minutes a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's pushing 40. Like he shouldn't be having to carry that whole load every night. From the number 9 seed, this is the first team that would be on the outside looking in under the old system, but now they get to host the play-in team. This is where I got the Memphis Grizzlies. I think them losing without John Moran for the first 25 games. I think because of the separation really between 5 and 11. Really 12, really, if you want to talk about it for real. I think those teams are going to be separated by just a few games here and there. Missing your best player for 25 games, I think will cost the Grizzlies a lock playoff spot. They're in the number 9 seed, in my opinion. TJ.
Yeah, I can see that. Not having Ja for 25 games, losing Steven Adams for the entire season. So you're basically back to what you had last season in terms of front court depth. Except Brandon Clark's not back yet, is he?
No, he's coming off that Achilles. He hasn't played yet. I think he's still on the pub list.
I think it's Zaire Williams and you have what's his name?
Zaire Williams.
Tillman.
Not Zaire Williams.
Zaire Williams is like a shooting guard.
Yeah, they were super small yesterday. Godly, who they have starting yesterday? It was what's his name? Jaren Jackson Jr. was starting yesterday because I was watching a little bit of that game.
Xavier Tillman starts at center.
Xavier Tillman. My bad. Sorry about that.
Sante Aladama is their backup for.
Yeah, they had him last season too.
Yeah, so they had the front court so it was the wing.
And they still have Jake.
Small forward. Xavier Tillman was the 4. Jaren Jackson was playing the center.
Lavia, sorry.
Yeah.
So
we got Memphis at 9.
And my whole thing is when John Moran comes back, obviously he's gonna start. But what are you gonna do with Derrick Rose and Marcus Smart? But my thing is
Marcus Smart starts.
I think you move Zaire Williams to the bench and you have Desmond Blaine play the small forward position and you have Marcus Smart.
And you have Marcus Smart playing it too. And my thing is, because Derrick Rose put up 16 off the bench and he was hot. He actually brought them in he actually got them a lead late in the middle of the fourth quarter against the Nuggets before Taylor Jenkins took him out and for Marcus Smart. So, they have to figure that guard rotation out a little bit when John Moran gets back.
Also, happy belated birthday to Derrick Rose. Turned 35 at the beginning of this month. So, love to see it.
Shout out. And number
That was
nine, at number 9, I am going with the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans are good enough to make that 9 lead the play in. I think they're good enough to be in the top 6. But like I said, I gotta see it to believe it. To see if Zion Williamson is going to be healthy. If he's going to stay healthy for at least 70 games, Brandon Ingram is going to be healthy for 70 games. CJ McCollum be healthy for 70 games. I mean, I don't have to worry about CJ McCollum, but Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. So if they can stay healthy, yeah, I think they could be a top 6 seed. But until I see it, no, they're a playing team.
Moving on from here, we got the number 10 seed and the final team in the play-in tournament, final quote-unquote playoff team in the Western Conference. This is where I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know this may seem sort of semi-disrespectful, but I just think I just think that the teams above them are they're just built for this in the playoff run. I think the Thunder are still the people that have the Thunder as like a top 4 seed, I think is ridiculous. Is insane.
I had them in the top 6, so I might be a little crazy.
But I still
top
think
6 if I top 4.
Like top 4. I don't have a problem with top 6. I think all the 5 through 11 or 12 really are going to be just separated by a few games. But the way my play-in tournament would shake out, I would still have the Thunder as the 8th seed. Like, I think the Mavericks beat the Timberwolves, and then I think the Thunder beat the Grizzlies, and I think they beat the Timberwolves. But the Thunder, by record stance, I have them at 10.
This legit might be the first time we get a team in 50 games and they are playing a team.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
OKC could very well win 50 games, and they could go 50 and 32, and yeah, you would be a playing team. Chet Holmgren, because we know what we're going to get out of SGA, right? Do all NBA for a reason. Chet Holmgren, he brings another aspect to that team that they didn't have last season, obviously. So like they're basically asking, can you do that as Izzy likes to say? So like the new threshold, because he done said it like 6 times already, is 70 games. Can you have Chet Holmgren for 70 games? 70 out of 82.
I mean, there's no reason to.
No reason he can't. But you know what? The foot injury early in his career does scare me a little bit because those linger on.
And that's one of the issues that players his size. That's one of the issues that they have. That's why everybody's so cautious about Wemby. Like, he has all this stuff and like he has all this skill set, but all it takes is one lower body extremity to go.
Well, yeah,
and
but
you're
Wemby,
never the same.
Well, the thing about Wemby is that I haven't had those concerns. I know he's played overseas, but even overseas, he hasn't even had any of those concerns with injuries.
He also don't play the same amount of games.
I mean, he played. Yeah, they play. I mean, he played the same rigor as the college team. I mean, 35, 40 games. I mean, that's like an NCAA college team.
Right, so what happens when January hits?
But I haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything. I haven't heard of anything. His preparation, with all the stretching techniques that he does, and I was just talking about the way he moves, how nimble he is, and he moves like he's a 3 or 2 at 7'4". I don't think he'll have those foot injury problems.
You can do all that.
I mean, it only takes landing awkwardly one time.
I don't see it, man. I think you guys are really trying to put the history of other bigs on a generational talent. I think this guy is going to be along the same lines as LeBron.
Even Kevin Durant dealt with something similar to this.
Absolutely, but I think this guy's going to be along the same. I think when we look at Wembanyama, and I know we're getting off the rails here, he's going to be in the same. He's going to have the same bill of health, I think, as a Giannis or as LeBron. I think that's going to be his bill of health. I think he's going to be relatively healthy down there in San Antonio.
I would predict his bill of health to be similar to Kevin Durant's. And Kevin Durant had a mostly healthy career up until he tore the Achilles.
I don't see it. So, I do not see it.
From there,
you don't want to see it. That's
I've been a fan for 3 years. I don't see it, man.
Izzy, who do you got as your number 10 seed?
My number 10 seed, I got the Memphis Grizzlies coming in at number 10. Sorry, Minnesota, but you guys are out. First team out. in my
Uh,
opinion. And then I think right after them would be the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah,
so yeah, from there we got your first team to miss the playoffs. And who do you think will have the worst record in the Western Conference? My first team to miss the play-in is the Sacramento Kings. To go from the
Wow.
3 seed to missing the playoffs entirely,
what?
I got the Sacramento Kings. So the Sacramento Kings didn't have to deal with a lot of adversity last season. Their best players stayed healthy. I would be very surprised if that was considered to be continue to be the case there in Sacramento. I have them as my first team missing the
Worst
playoffs.
team, worst team in the West is gonna be the Portland Trail Blazers,
Not even
hands
close.
down.
I agree
Not even
with you on
close.
that.
Not even close. My first team to miss the play-in would probably be probably be
Timberwolves.
Minnesota. Yeah, probably be Minnesota. You already understand. Like, I may be biased on this one. Like, I was never a fan of the Rudy Gobert trade. I was never a fan of that. Never liked it. Didn't like anything about it. I still don't like it. Now you got to deal with Carl Anthony Towns rumors because they're there. They already started. Like, they're not going anywhere. So like now you gotta deal, like, for the first time he has to deal with trade rumors, and how do you deal with that? And not just any trade rumors, bro. You're talking about being dealt to the Knicks, the media capital of the world. Like, where you play bad in Minnesota, it's Minnesota. You play bad with the Knicks, you on front page on every newspaper, on every media outlet. Um, and I think what's his name? What's the head coach? Chris Finch.
Yep.
That's his name,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Good coach. I just think that this is. I think this becomes overwhelming at some point because usually, like, the league you zag by adding Gobert, and I just don't like it. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, I have the Sacramento Kings, breaking the streak and then missing the playoffs the next season. So we'll see how that all ends up shaking out. Let us know down in the comment section how do you think the Western and Eastern Conference are going to shake up this season. Moving on from there, let's do some awards predictions. So there are the people that won the awards last season. Obviously, MVP Joel Embiid, Jaren Jackson Jr., Depoy, Malcolm Brogdon, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player, Laurie Marketing, Rookie of the Year, Paolo Branquero, and Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. So way too early predictions when it comes to these awards. Let's start with MVP. Who do you
Joker,
think will be the MVP when the season's all said and done?
Joker wins his third at 3 out of 4.
Is he?
Man, I want to say Jokic. I want to say Embiid. If you know what, the way Luka's playing, man, if he can land, if the Dallas Mavericks can land in the top 6 or the top 5, and he's playing at this level, I'm gonna give it to Luka. So I'll say Luka as my MVP if they can make it in the top 5. They're a 7 seed, but if they're better than what I think he's gonna be on an historic season this year.
What do
So
you
I'll give it to Luka.
what do you get last night?
I'm going
49,
Gian,
yep.
I'm going Giannis. He hasn't won the award in 3 years. I
Oh,
think this is going to be the best Buck team
hell
potentially
that is.
ever. They're going to be the number 1 seed probably in the Eastern Conference. They will have the number 1 record in the NBA. This offense and defense, he just gives it to you on both ends of the floor. He checks a lot of the boxes when it comes to the MVP record, impact. Giannis will have all of those boxes checked. He will be the MVP this season.
Eh,
From there, we got Depoy. Who will be the Defensive Player of the Year? Jaren Jackson Jr. won it last year. Who do you think gets it this year?
I'll go
not
first.
not
I'm going
even.
with Victor Wembanyama
Oh,
as the
stop
Defensive
it.
Player of the
Stop it.
Year.
Stop it.
Absolutely.
He might not even
He's
play
winning
enough
Defensive
games.
Player of the Year this year, year 1. He's gonna lead the league in blocks. He's gonna average 2 steals a game. Defensive Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know how good the rest of that Spurs team. He's gonna improve them dramatically as a defensive
Can
team. They
you?
were one of the
Okay,
worst
so
defensive
here's the
teams last
question.
year. He's gonna
So here,
improve them into the top 15 defensively this season.
so here's the question.
Bank it.
Can you win DPOY on a losing team?
No, I don't think you
Okay,
can. I'm going to go Bam Adebayo as my Defensive Player of the Year. He's been right on the outside looking in
I
last
don't
couple
like that
seasons.
one. either.
I'm going Bam Adebayo as my DPOY. He's been right there in the top 3 in voting last 2 years in a row. I think this is where he comes over the hurdle. I also wouldn't be shocked if Giannis won this award again.
David,
So.
in your scenario, I'm surprised you didn't say Anthony Davis.
Because that'll be the reason why they are number 1 seed, right? Because Anthony Davis is DPOY.
Yeah,
absolutely, right. Yeah, I'm real surprised you didn't say AD.
TJ,
that's crazy.
DPOY, come on.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Like I really am. Can Giannis get it back? Maybe. Right. It's all chalk. Like, look at the options. It's chalk. It's Giannis. It's Jaren Jackson. I think the only difference, quote unquote difference, is he going with Wembanyama? And man, like, god damn, is the Kool-Aid that good? Is it that good, man?
Can I have you out there? Can I have you out there last night? Did you not see that block on Jabari Smith Jr.? Them 2 blocks on Jabari Smith Jr. If Jabari Smith would have dunked literally virtually anybody in the league, he would have got that dunk on somebody. Victor Wembanyama got back in transition, guarding 2 guys.
No.
Blocked Jabari Smith Jr. Came back from out of bounds and then blocked him again and started the fast break. Come on, man.
Seriously, real talk. No, Izzy does make a good point. It's like the game against the Mavericks, I think they said like the average shot distance was like 17 feet with him on the court. And then you take him off, the average shot distance was 14 feet. So that's a significant difference in terms of in terms of like NBA, in terms of the NBA. So Izzy's not too wrong with Wembanyama winning DPOY. I just think what hinders it is the record, but I can't go against it.
I think we just lost TJ potentially there.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Moving on, let's go 6th man of the year. Malcolm Brogdon of the Boston Celtics won this award last season. I'm going to go with New Orleans, and I think Trey Murphy III will end up winning the 6th man of the year, especially if he doesn't have to play too many games as a starter this season with the Zion, Brandon Ingram stuff. But Trey Murphy III, defense, 3-point shooting, playmaking, he's got it all. Trey Murphy III is my
I'm gonna go with a wild card here. I'm gonna go with Kelly Oubre Jr. to win 6th man of the year.
I like that actually.
Yeah.
I also really like Emmanuel Quigley, but TJ. I
think we might have lost him.
Yeah, maybe we'll have TJ. All right, well, we'll come back to TJ. We'll check in with him in a little bit. Let's go.
Pose the trade to me already.
Most improved player of the year. Lauri Markkanen, former Chicago Bull, won this award. Who do you got winning this award this year?
Man. Godly. I mean, it's got to be, a guy, first to second year or second to third year, in my opinion. Actually, you know what? No, give me Tyrese Maxey.
I like that, actually. I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to take Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think if that team really takes a major step forward, it's going to be because of the development of Josh Giddey. Like, I know SGA is a good basketball player, and I know he's probably the best player on the team. But if they're going to take the step that most people anticipate they're going to take, it's got to be Josh Giddey. He's got to be a better playmaker. He's got to be a better shooter. If he can improve all of his stats across the board, I see no reason for him not to win Most Improved Player of the Year.
I like it. I actually like Josh Giddey to win that award too. You're right.
I love Josh Giddey as a player.
There's a few players, man. There's you got Keegan Murray, you got Benedict Mathurin, who's in running for it too as well.
I think Keegan Murray's going to play a lot of games, start a lot of games for Sacramento. But welcome back into the TJ, back into the show.
Wait. That most improved doesn't mean you can't start though. I mean,
my bad. Yeah. I was thinking of 6th man of the year still.
Yeah.
Sorry.
TJ, who's going to be your 6th man? Who's going to be your most improved player? He might be talking. He might. Is this muted?
No,
Muted?
no.
Oh,
I think he's just having technical difficulties.
yeah.
We'll just check back in with TJ later.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Now
Yeah,
we
there
can
you
hear
go.
you.
There you go. What's up?
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So where did y'all lose me?
Sixth man of the year.
Sixth man of the year.
Davion Mitchell.
Okay.
And most improved.
Is that Utah?
Yeah. No. Davion Mitchell. Sacramento.
He's on the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento. Okay.
Most improved. Ooh. David, who'd you say?
Josh Giddey.
Is he?
I said, who did I say, David? I forgot. I said Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I like Keegan Murray too.
And then six man, I had Kelly Oubre.
I know. I heard that part. I heard that one. Oh, but damn, this is hard. It's harder than I thought it would be.
I know there's a lot of players. You know, I even mentioned. I said like Keegan Murray.
Top 5 for betting odds is Mikal Bridges, Tyrese Maxey, Jordan Poole, Cade Cunningham, and Austin Reeves. Top 5 when it comes to betting odds.
Cade Cunningham got to play the games. I don't. Track record shows that he can't do that. I like Mikal Bridges.
Oh, I actually like that Mikal Bridges a lot, actually, too.
Oh, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Mikal Bridges.
From there to the rookie of the year, obviously Paulo Banchero won it last year. This could be one of the most highly contested rookie of the year races I can ever remember.
New rule. Hey, because they've been hyping him up, we got to say somebody not named Wembanyama.
Well, I got him. I got him winning DPOY and Rookie of the Year.
Seriously.
That's just me.
They got. Hey, I guarantee you, like the way they've been talking about him, his name is already engraved on the trophy. Like it's disgusting.
It shouldn't after them damn 7 blocks that Chet had last night.
It's disgusting.
I also think that Chet Holmgren or that Victor Wembanyama will win rookie of the year. But if I have to go another direction, and I don't want to take Chet Holmgren because I think that's a little bit boring too. I'll take Jarris Walker of the Indiana Pacers.
How's Chet Holmgren boring? How's that boring?
I think because he's like 1A or 1B, like of those two guys. I know he didn't play much in his first game. I actually may not have played at all. He played 6 minutes, but I think as the season goes on, Jarris Walker will be more involved in that Indiana Pacers game plan.
I think it's going to be between 3 guys. I think Scoot is going to have a little bit of a. I think Scoot's already kind of getting. I mean, I don't know, man. He's not showing. He's been shooting. His shooting hasn't been up to par the first 2 games. It's real early. But if I'm gonna have to go a second guy, obviously it's Chet, and then the third guy is gonna be Brandon Miller. Yeah, because I think Brandon Miller right now he's already averaging 15 plus off the bench in limited minutes. Steve Clifford is gonna have to. Me and TJ were talking about this last night. 15, 20. Why is Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward starting over him?
Man, I caught so much flack when I created those graphics.
You did.
I had those 2 guys start. I told you, I was like, they're gonna. That's the way it's gonna go for at least a little while.
But my thing is, I don't think they're gonna start the whole season over him. So I think Gordon Hayward's gonna be the odd man out. And
I think both those guys. I think both those guys are going to be on the move before the season's said and done.
Scoot Henderson, like bro, like your introduction to the NBA was Russell Westbrook on the first night.
Man, I think he was in awe. I think he was starstruck when he saw Russell Westbrook.
Hey, bro, yeah, he was 100% starstruck. Like he was like in awe. Like what? Like you saw the picture, like Westbrook.
Yeah, he was smiling.
He's smiling. It's like, yo, like you're here. Like it's real now.
Yeah. And then last night against godly mine's on a blank here, but last night he didn't shoot particularly well either against the Magic. So and I mean there's nobody on the Magic to be like, oh my god, I'm starstruck against the Magic. I just think that
hey man, Franz Wagner's pretty good.
No. I just think like He was 3 of 12. He was 3 of 12, 1 of 5 from
Oh,
3. You know, he's
thank you for that reminder, David. Hey, can I change my most improved?
Yeah, you're not locked
to
in anything.
Franz Wagner.
Jonathan Isaacs.
Oh, really? That's a good one, actually. I like that.
Top 5 vote getters when it comes to this award is, hold on a second. Obviously Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, Chet Holmgren, Brandon Miller. 5 is a bit of a curveball. He plays for the Denver Nuggets. Can you guess who it is?
Is it Watson? Is it Patrick Watson?
It's not.
For Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
It's not Peyton something. That's not
Nope.
the guy.
Nope.
It's not Peyton
No,
Watson from
he was
UCLA.
drafted
No,
a couple years ago.
he was blocking the hell out of Derrick Rose shot last night.
He did twice.
Yeah,
I
he ain't got his face. I said, "Hey, young man, you better stop getting his face." I was about ready to fight.
So you better stop being disrespectful.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I do not know.
Who is it, David?
It's Julian Strather.
Julian Strat. Oh, from Gonzaga.
Yeah, he's on the Denver Nuggets now. They have him as the 5th best odds to win Rookie of the Year. I don't know.
Seriously?
I don't know. This is off of NBC.com, so talk to them.
They're
Final award before we get into the Larry O'Brien Trophy is Coach of the Year, and this is where the Laker bias kind of kicks in. I got Darvin Ham winning Coach of the Year. If the Lakers end up as the 1 seed in the Western Conference, Darvin Ham will win Coach of the Year.
Give me Big Griff. Adrian Griffin. Shout out to Adrian Griffin, former Chicago Bull. He's gonna win Coach of the Year, especially if
rookie coach win Coach of the Year. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's yeah.
First year head coach.
Yeah.
2 superstars. I mean, you lost your top assistant and Terry Stotts. You know, if they're the number 1 seed, he should win the rookie Coach of the Year.
TJ.
Yeah, I don't hate either option, honestly. But I'm gonna go Adrian Griffin. I said AJ.
Top 5 vote getters is Mark Diagonalt, Adrian Griffin, Eric Spoelstra, Joe Mazzulla, and Michael Malone.
Wait, who was the first guy?
Mark Diagonalt.
Mark Diagonalt.
If OKC is a top 4
is that
seed,
OKC?
Yeah, OKC is a top 4 seed. Diagonalt probably will win.
That's definitely I was gonna say the OKC coach if they are a top 4 seed. Yes.
And then moving on from awards, let's talk about team awards, East versus West. Let's talk about who wins the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And I will go first, and this should become no shock to anyone. I got the Lakers and the Bucks duking it out for the NBA championship, and I got the Lakers winning it all, and I got LeBron winning ring number 5 or 4, whatever that number is. I think it's 4.
This will be 5.
5. So I got LeBron, and he could possibly. I know he wants to play with his son. He's got to play one more season, but he could retire after the season if he really wanted to.
He can retire tomorrow if he wanted to. He'd be a top 3 player of all time.
I got the Lakers winning it all. Debatable. I got. When it comes to Larry O'Brien Trophy, Laker wins it all. I have LeBron as the Finals MVP.
He has nothing else to prove, ladies and gentlemen. Just let you guys.
At this point, he's just playing because. At this point, he's just playing because he'd be bored if he didn't play.
Right. He has nothing.
I imagine LeBron will find things to do. Like
people that are career LeBron haters think he has something to prove. I'm here to tell you he has nothing left to prove in his NBA career.
But yeah, I got the Lakers winning it all.
I look. I got the Denver Nuggets going back. And I know it's hard. I know the percentages aren't in their favor to repeat. But I got the Denver Nuggets going back out the West. I don't see anybody in the West taking them down in the 7-game series, unless Nikola Jokic is injured and is out. That's the only way I can see somebody beating the Denver Nuggets, beating them in the West. And now the East,
come on, give us that mid-market matchup. Give it to us. Come on, give it to us.
Give us that mid-market matchup. I don't want to pick the Bucks, man, because you
give us Denver.
I'm actually going to go with the Boston Celtics. This is the year that the Boston Celtics win the NBA championship with Jason Tatum
It's
and
not
Jaylen
though.
Brown and
It's
Kristaps
not though.
Porzingis and the
It's
whole
not
crew
though.
and Drew Holiday.
It's not
I got the
though.
Boston Celtics winning the NBA championship this year. That's it.
It's not though. It would be beautiful. It would be great that you pay, like that you got a $300 million man and he leads y'all to the chip, right? But it ain't gonna happen because Jalen Brown has one hand. Jalen Brown has one. Jalen Brown can't go left. How you how you make $300 some million and you can't go left?
Oh, you just really good at going right. I mean,
I think. Hey, TJ, I think when it comes to the Milwaukee Bucks, their Achilles heel have been the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat in previous seasons. Those have been the boogeyman. Now I know you got the ultimate, eraser and Damian Lillard, but I still think the rest of that
Is it?
team still has nightmares of both of those teams. So that's just me.
Well, I agree with you on the Western tip. Yeah. Give me Denver out the West. I think the NBA Finals is actually going to be whoever matches up with them in the Western Conference Finals. And I'm being very disrespectful to the Eastern counterparts because that's just what. Yeah, I'm being disrespectful. I'm being very disrespectful. I think if we get a Denver Phoenix Western Conference Finals, that's going to be the NBA Finals because that's going 7.
That's definitely going 7. I think when you look at the star power, especially if like Beal, Book, and KD are all healthy at that time, yeah, it's going 7.
Right. That's going to settle. So give me Denver out the West, and Denver's repeating because I don't care who it is out the East. They're not beating them. Like I don't.
And and also, and it'll be interesting. I mean, it's not going to be interesting, but Yusuf Nurkic versus Nikola Jokic. Nurkic was actually picked ahead of Jokic in the Denver
No,
Nuggets
no, 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 no,
organization
no.
in
we-
that
we've
same
seen
draft.
we've
So
seen that
Jokic may have a
matchup
chip
before
on
in
his
the
shoulder to
playoffs.
prove like how like I mean he's already trashed them already.
I
Like
mean,
he's like
how does he? They picked him over Nurkic. How does he have the chip?
they picked Nurkic. No, but I'm saying like
What
Nurkic
David?
was picked
What?
in the same draft that
Yeah, but when they decided
Jokic.
which of those two guys to keep,
They got rid of
they
him. I understand that, but I'm saying, but Jokic might look at it like I've always been better than you know how NBA players are
Like what?
wired, man. Come on.
Like David? Like that? That's always the driving factor. Like everybody needs what pushes them. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Jokic is the better player now, but at one point in time, that was a legitimate conversation between the two of them.
I remember. We were
so it might be so Jokic
we
might so
legitimately had this conversation while we were
so it's just
still at
interesting how
Northern
full
10 years
circle.
ago.
But it's just interesting how full circle it comes, right?
Right.
You'll have Nurkic and Jokic going against each other in the Western Conference Finals.
Like I said, I got Denver coming out the West. I got Denver repeating because I don't think anybody in the East can stop them. I the one matchup that we all wish we could see right in the finals is Jokic versus Embiid. We're not gonna get that. Philly's not making it. No, like Milwaukee, yeah, Dame is there, but at the end of the day, Denver has what Milwaukee doesn't, and that's continuity. Like they've grown together as a team. They know what it takes to win. Boston don't have the size. I love Porzingis, I really do, but hey, Jokic is a whole nother like. And Al, come on, Al, who on Boston are you asking to guard Jokic? Is he since you got him winning it all?
It's Horford. It's got to be Horford.
Barbecue chicken.
Nobody's gonna nobody.
I mean, but we're also not factoring
you're
in the
gonna
fact
have
that
to
like the rosters
stop
that
Porzingis.
all the rosters that these all teams have right now probably will not be the team that they have in the finals. Like there will be trades made to
Somebody's
improve.
making a move.
Like Milwaukee will probably make some sort of minor deal to improve their team somewhere. The Boston Celtics will make some sort of deal at some point this season to get a better backup big that can go toe to toe. I don't know who that is, so don't ask me who it is, but I think they'll find a guy.
Trade for Andre Drummond.
Yeah, no. With that being said, Boston Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks, Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, Lakers. Top 5 in terms of odds at foxsports.com to win the NBA Finals. So that means if you bet $10 on the Lakers, you'll win $140.
Look, gas money.
Yeah, a little bit of gas money,
Gas money for grocery money.
Not quite the jelly beans that Izzy throws around, but
Oh man, trust me. Hey, man, I get lucky, man. I get lucky, ladies and gentlemen. I get lucky out here, man. That's all I gotta say.
I did win $7 on that Oklahoma City game last night, so kudos to me. $7.
Kudos to you, David. That's what I'm
Go.
talking about.
Let's
you
go.
Know, you know what's a great feeling I told you guys yesterday is watching that Bulls game and knowing that my favorite NBA team won me close to $700 yesterday.
700
DeRozan,
jelly beans. We don't condone gambling here at the Prime.
DeMar DeRozan really you need to tighten that up, buddy. I mean, you missed three clutch free throws down in regulation. Yeah. That's all.
But yeah, thank you very much for checking us out here at the Prime Sports World. This has been our episode of the crossover predicting the 2023-2024 NBA season. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast as we bring you guys basically daily content, including on Monday. We're going to swing right into the week 8 of the National Football League. You don't want to miss any of that content. I'm David Huppin, Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins. Gentlemen, what do we do here at the Prime, my friends?
We bring the heat, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing
bring
the heat, son.
Oh, Hassan, thank you for the love on the podcast, man. We appreciate the Facebook love. We appreciate that, my friend. We'll be back here on Monday. You all have a good weekend. Stay safe. And if you're doing any Halloween stuff this weekend, do it safely. Take an Uber. Peace out.